Hi guys, welcome to the last edition of my makeup declutter series. Today we're going to be doing eyeshadows and like little tiny palettes. I'm not getting rid of any of my eyeshadow palettes, so early new year I will be doing a whole palette collection video with swatches and all that good stuff. And then before the year is out, I'm going to be doing a full makeup collection. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you'd like to see a nail polish declutter, let me know. I don't do a whole lot of nail polish stuff on my channel, but if you'd like to see that, I would be happy to do it because I will be decluttering my nail polishes. But let's get to the eyeshadows. Here is my eyeshadow collection. It is singles and then just kind of smaller quads and whatnot. Not a super huge collection, but let's go ahead and get started. A few things that I know I'm going to be keeping. My nails aren't painted, by the way. Are the e.l.f. smudge pots. I love these. These are great eyeshadow bases that are super cheap. Cruisin' Chic, Back to Basics, and Brownie Points are the ones that I own. These are $1 each. A few items that I know I'm going to be getting rid of are these Mariposa eyeshadows from the dollar store. These aren't actually bad. I have a whole review on them that I will link to up here. Here. But I own lots of eyeshadow, so I don't need to keep these, and I'm gonna pass them off to somebody else, along with this one as well from the dollar store. Coastal Scents eyeshadows. These I got in an Ipsy bag. They're good pigmentation, but just not shades that I really wear, and the packaging is so dinky, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Next up are the L'Oreal Infallible shadows. These are great. Amber Rush, Pebble Gray, and Midnight Blue. I'm gonna be keeping these three. This one here is in Sweet Strawberry, and I got it for $2.75, so I don't feel so bad about getting rid of it. It just doesn't have that great pigmentation, but I kind of had a bit of a aha moment, and somebody could definitely use this as a blush, so I'm gonna hand it on to someone else. No idea why I own this. This is going to go. I used to love this formulation of shadows when I was in junior high. I used to wear the gold ones all the time, but I don't know why I bought this. These aren't colors that I wear, and I don't like the formula. From Revlon, this is a quad in Free Spirit. I was thinking I was going to get rid of this, but I actually really like those blues, and I don't think I own anything else like it, so I'm going to keep it. Really nice pigmentation. It was limited edition. So these are all of my ColourPop shadows. I'm not going to be getting rid of any of these. I love these shadows, and I really need to put them to use more. I've got some palettes here from Wet n Wild. These were two limited edition palettes that they have. I'm seeing triples and a regular at the factory. I've got my Kat Von D La Mi Vida Loca remix palette now, and they've got lots of bright shadows, so I'm gonna get rid of these. Good pigmentation on them. This one is obviously shattered, but it's gonna go. I'm getting sunburned. This is a beautiful eyeshadow palette. This is supposed to be a dupe for Amber Lights from MAC, so I'm gonna be keeping it. This one is a great little travel palette. If you can get your hands on this on like eBay or anything, I would highly suggest it. It is discontinued for whatever reason. It's in the shade Vanity. Petal Pusher I'm gonna keep because I don't have a lot of purple. This one I am gonna get rid of. It's in the shade The Naked Truth. I guess it's supposed to be kind of their replacement for this palette, this neutral one, but I like the original better, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I've got a few singles here from e.l.f. Again, with my Kat Von D palette. These are kind of unnecessary. I was thinking about keeping the red, but it really doesn't have very good pigmentation, so I'm going to get rid of all three of these. I mentioned these Revlon shadow links a while ago in a Products I Regret Buying. Great idea in concept, but they are just far too horrible and not pigmented, so they're gonna go. From e.l.f., this is their baked eyeshadow in Enchanted. You need to buy this. Even though I'm getting rid of it, I just happened to buy a dud one. When I repurchased it, it's absolutely gorgeous as a highlight and as an eyeshadow. This one's just a dud though, so I'm gonna get rid of it. These are two LA Colors kind of shadow sticks, Relaxation and Sunkissed. They aren't great on their own where I have oily eyelids, but if I put down a base, they work really nicely, so I'm gonna keep them. From NYC, these are amazing. They are their Sparkle Eye Dust. This is the gold one here on my hand, albeit they are so messy, but so pretty and really cheap and totally underrated, so I'm gonna keep them. Next up are the Maybelline Color Tattoos. This is Gold Shimmer, Gold Rush, Pomegranate Punk, and Fierce and Tangy. Fierce and Tangy is my favorite. I love this for warm kind of orangey looks, but I've had this forever and it's dried out, so I'm gonna have to get a new one, but I'm gonna keep the rest. Up next, these are the Essence Metal Glam Shadows. These are quite nice, really powdery, but really nice. When you see them at the store, they're gonna have a ton of overspray, but that comes off. I think I'm gonna get rid of the gold one because I just have so much gold, but I'm gonna keep these two shades because they're a little bit more interesting. I lied, I'm gonna keep the gold. From Essence, this is a beautiful shadow in the shade Irresistible Caramel Cream, but I just don't need it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. So here are a whole bunch of pigments I got from the website The Body Needs. If you've never heard of it, they sell like little sizes of MAC pigments if you want to try it out. It's how I discovered MAC Vanilla. I will link to them down below. But I'm going to get rid of a few of these. I'm going to get rid of Naked Deep Dark because it's just not a shade that I would like to have in a pigment. And I'm going to get rid of Naked, but otherwise I'm going to keep the rest because these are all gorgeous. I've got Melon, Rose, Neo Orange, Maroon, Blue Brown, and Copper Sparkle, which is a favorite of mine. From Clarins, this is one of their eyeshadow quads. They sent this to me when I did my Cleopatra makeup look. Was perfect for that, but I'm really not going to use it for anything else. And the only shade I would really use would be this one here, which looks very similar to that L'Oreal shade in the Infallibles. So I'm going to get rid of this. Here is my Z palette. I've got this collection of like sparkly blacks, which it seems to be very common at the drugstore. I'm gonna get rid of all these, and I'm not even gonna pass them off to anybody because that would be just like way too much of a hassle. So I'm literally just gonna throw them out. So also leaving from my Z palette is gonna be this silver shade, that cream shade, this cream shade, these two little shadows here. They're all gonna go, and then this kind of yellowy gold shade as well. From Clinique, I feel like everybody has this in their collection. I used to use it a lot in like, I think it's from junior high. It just came with like a moisturizer or something that I used to buy. So I'm going to get rid of it. Two shadows from e.l.f. I'm going to keep both of them. This one here is in this shade Raspberry Truffle. Gorgeous, so underrated. And then this one is Purple Passion. That is the two of them there. I just kind of have them lightly swatched on my hand. But these are both really nice shadows, only $3 each. Another great e.l.f. shadow. This is a baked shadow in the shade Burnt Plum. Can be used wet or dry. I'm going to keep it. This is a cream shadow from LA Splash. The pigmentation is really not good, super thin formula, so I'm going to get rid of it. From Essence, this is a smoky eye kit in the shade Smoky Day. It's got kind of like taupey shades in there, which I don't wear a lot, but this is pretty much the only palette or only shadows that I have of this color, so I'm going to keep it. I've got two single shadows here from different brands, believe it or not, but I love their clear packaging. This one is from Joe. It's a Canadian brand. I really like this shade. It's in Berry, and that's exactly what it is. I'm going to keep it. And then this one is, I actually bought it when I was in Serbia last summer visiting my boyfriend, and I really like this one as well. It's from the brand Miss Sporty, I think, so I'm going to keep it. This is a trio from NYX, really nice trio, Platinum Pink, Salmon, and Jazzy Bronze. I'm going to keep it. That's them swatched on my hand right there. Lots of like great pigmentation, so I'm going to keep these. I don't know if this still exists. This is from Revlon. It's a palette in the shade Metropolitan. Really great. I don't know who would ever put this kind of shade in their crease, but these are really beautiful shades, and I'm going to keep it. This is from Clarins. It's one of their ombre matte cream to powder shadows. Really interesting texture. I really like this after I've laid down my eyeshadow primer to put this on as kind of a base to smooth everything out, so I'm going to keep this. This is a loose pigment from Makeup Geek in the shade Utopia. So pretty. I'm going to be doing a New Year's Eve look with this, so keep your eyes peeled. And last but not least, the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art. This is actually really pretty. I don't know what to do about this. I find the cream shadow kind of hard to work with, and the glitter is really pretty, so I think I'm going to keep it just for the glitter side. It's pretty, but kind of a hassle. So this has been one of my better declutters. This is everything that I'm keeping, but I'm getting rid of all of this. For some reason, I don't feel the same emotional connection to eyeshadows that I do lipsticks and blushes and that kind of thing, so I don't find them as hard to get rid of, and these ones they just aren't good quality for the most part. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to keep an eye out for my makeup declutter video coming sooner than later. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!